What's Morales from Black from TV? I look at your name and I say to myself, is this Erin? Is this Chloe? Is this Becky?
I love that. I'm all of them. Well, I'm not Chloe, but I mean, I could be anyone.
So what is the joy of playing one character who assumes many identities?
Honestly, it's just the opportunity to have fun and explore and just play around. Honestly, this is the most fun I've ever had on a job because you could just try anything, because there's a certain sense to Becky of not caring. There's no repercussions really, because she doesn't have anything to lose. And there's so much fun that comes with that.
I think of the talented Mr. Ripley and I go, that's Becky with emotion though.
Yes, it is. It is so her.
And the funny thing is, like, I said to myself, okay, Becky is so good at infiltrating and assuming an identity, but why is she so poor? You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't get that. She's the smartest girl in the room, knows how to finagle stuff, and then like she got, without giving any details, she's got this after that after her. There's no such thing as being totally smart.
No, and I think that's actually a really, like, not many people pick up on that or talk about that, and I think that's a real massive insight into who she is and why she behaves the way she behaves, because I think you're right. I think she is so intelligent, but she's just not got lucky, and she has this chip on her shoulder, I think, to do with like class and society and everything that opens up to certain people. I think she's really, really bogged down by that. And just as much as her situation with her mum, her class is just as much a part of why she is battling the things she's battling.
You look at the show and like, because it involves social media, and even in today's times, people like to live vicariously by watching people's feeds, whether it be on Facebook or Instagram, and wherever you're at in the world, whether you're lonely or not, people like to see, they're infatuated with others who are doing quote unquote well,
Yeah.
Why is that? Like why, as opposed to like live your life, don't worry, and I do have friends that are not on social media, but then you have others who can't live without a phone.
Yeah. I think I don't know, personally, I feel like when you strip it all back, we're animals. Like there's something of that nature of needing to know what's going on. Like I think gossiping is how we learn to talk or something like that. Like talking about people is what we do. It's just in our bones. It is what we love to do. Like we will never find it not fascinating. And I think that's where social media can become really terrifying and dangerous, because it just taps into that. I don't know whether it's a need or a want, but we're just curious, I suppose. We're curious creatures, and we want to know what someone's doing over there in Australia. I don't know why, but we just do.
Mm-hmm. And at the end of the day, with the projects you've done that people know you from this series, obviously The Crown, what goes into saying yes to the roles you take?
For me personally, it's on a job to job basis. It's kind of like, okay, well, what have I just done? What would I like to do now in terms of what's the complete opposite that I can do now? I think I'm fascinated by everyone, and there's no person that I wouldn't want to explore. It's just in the context of what you've just explored. Like and that's why when this job came up, I jumped at it, because it was the opposite of Princess Anne, and I knew that people wouldn't expect it. And there's a joy to that. There's a joy in shocking people that I think I'll always want to do. So I think after this, I want to do something that's the opposite again.
Job well done. Looking forward to seeing your next venture. Wherever you're at, take care. Stay safe.
Thank you, and you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Yeah.